Hi everybody, my name is Allyson and I'm a board certified music therapist and the founder and owner of Music and Miracles. We are a private practice located on Music Row in Nashville, Tennessee. I got my Bachelor of Science in Music Therapy at Texas Women's University in 2017, and I'm currently in my second year of my Master's in Music Therapy and LPC, so counseling license, at Temple University in Philadelphia. I currently work with a variety of clients, so I contract to do groups at a mental health facility where I work with clients who have substance use disorder or addictions or various mental health diagnoses. But I also have training in perinatal music therapy, so I see individuals and groups and families with that population. I currently have a few telehealth groups, support groups, where we're talking about pregnancy and how to bond with baby and feel supported, how to create community and feel empowered. So with that population, I see everyone from people going through infertility, pregnancy, childbirth, and then postpartum. It's my passion, I enjoy it, and I really see myself, after getting my LPC, getting certified in perinatal mental health. So it's a very exciting time, a lot of new things happening. I am a new business owner. I have just this summer transitioned full-time into being a business owner. Prior to that, I've held a couple of different jobs. So I started out getting my training with special education and working in the schools for a while. And then I worked with adults in an educational and vocational center. Full-time, I was the main music therapist there. And then we moved from Dallas, Texas here to Nashville. And so I decided, why not take this thing full-time? And so for a little while, I was working on the business and working in another music therapist private practice and doing groups. And then I transitioned full-time into Music and Miracles. So it's an exciting time, it's a challenging time, but I'm enjoying it. So it's been a lot of fun. I decided to pursue a career in music therapy very spontaneously. I say it found me. So originally I was going to school to become a neonatologist. Shocker. I love working with parent and babies, so I guess it's always kind of been my thing. So I was a biology and pre-med major, and then 2 years into my program, I started missing being in music and being creative. I was always a creative kid. I did choir and band and dance and all kinds of stuff. So I was really missing that side of myself and being a performer and just making music every day. And I loved being in science. I loved learning about anatomy and physiology and the animal kingdom and all those things that had to go along with being a biology and pre-med major. I'm a huge medical nerd. But at the same time, I knew that a part of myself was missing. And I expressed this to a dear friend of mine, and she said, one day I think you're going to be a music therapist. And I went, what? What's a music therapist? So I went home and I researched it and I fell in love. I found so many beautiful videos and I just knew that it was for me. I had been working in the medical field during that time, during those 2 years as a medical scribe. And as much as I loved it, I just saw that maybe I wasn't quite the right fit. I'm very much about being in relationship and getting to know people's stories and really understanding where they're coming from, getting to know them emotionally and just all the ways that we learn about our clients as music therapists and creatively, And I found that in the medical world, you just don't have the time and the resources to do that. Things move very fast, and I wasn't happy. And I saw that the people I was around weren't happy. And so I thought, well, what else is there? And, music therapy found me. I put in an application the next day for Texas Women's and was accepted within the month. And then that fall, I was in the program and extremely grateful for it. My life is in a very different place than I guess it would have been had I gone the other way. So it's been an interesting journey, and I'm looking forward to seeing how I can combine music therapy with all the other things that interest me. I am very curious about music therapy and how I can incorporate that with relationships, and getting sex therapy certified, and seeing, you know, how do all of those interact. So I have a lot of goals ahead of me, and a lot of trainings that I have to accomplish, but I'm very excited to see what comes of that. I explain music therapy to others kind of very similar to how I learned about music therapy. So I have found over the course of learning how to explain music therapy to people that really good examples are the way that people understand. So if they can't see it, then I describe it for them. So I may say, you know, we use songwriting and mental health to help people to learn a little bit more about themselves, to express things maybe that they're having a hard time expressing, or just writing about that day and what happened that day, or one moment that day that really impacted them, to get a better understanding of where they are with their emotions and things like that. So just making it very concrete and easy to understand, and not necessarily going into a general definition of what it is, but giving those very descriptive, easy to understand explanations of it. And this especially helps for those that haven't seen it before. Those who have generally associate it with like children, schools, or older adults. So trying to use what they already knew about it and describing it in that way with the populations that I specialize in. As far as collaboration goes, I have collaborated in the past. Right now, I'm not really collaborating with any other professionals. Occasionally, I will with a psychotherapist or a psychotherapy intern. They'll come into my groups and we'll work together, but very rarely does that happen. But in the past, I have worked really closely and co-treated with speech language pathologists and occupational therapists, physical therapists, and clinical psychologists in various ways. So for instance, with the speech language pathologists, they would have sessions in my music room, and they would help with the communication board and, working on those skills. And then I would incorporate music into motivating the client to, make a choice on the board, or to say how that song made them feel. So that was really fun, getting to learn what they were doing in their sessions, and then how music could be very helpful to them. Or seeing, the speech therapist would see how a client was filling in the blank to a song and thinking, how could I help them further with developing those phrases using these skills that Allyson's using. So it was really fun to see what we were getting in our sessions, and then working together to see how we could make that even better. So I very much appreciate collaborating with others, and think it's so important, not only to learn more, but to benefit our clients. If you're ever curious about what we're doing at Music and Miracles, or would like to know more about perinatal music therapy, or any of the things that I'm interested in, I would love to answer your questions. I think it's so important for myself and other music therapists to pass on what we know, and help the future generation of music therapists. So I appreciate you taking the time to listen to me and my story. And if you ever have any questions, just reach out. Bye.